Okay, let's get things started. I'm usually very sharp with our time, okay? So it is my pleasure to welcome all of you to our fall semester, okay? We're gonna have a long journey ahead of us. We're gonna be learning a lot of things. We're gonna be having a lot of what I considered fun. I'm not sure if every one of you will consider fun, but I hope that by the end of this course, you will find that programming can be fun as well. Okay, so again, welcome each one of you. I hope that you had a good summer, a good break, and you are ready to get things moving with your new semester, with your first semester. I'm assuming that this is the first semester for every one of you, correct? I mean, tell me in the chat if this is not your first semester. I just want to have an idea here. I'm assuming it is the first semester for everyone, but if it's not for you, tell me if it's not. Okay, the default will be first, but if it's not first, let me know. Okay, awesome. First for a lot of people. Another question here related to our course. Who has ever coded in your life? I mean, have you ever coded? Have you ever done any coding? Let me know in the chat if you have done some coding. Good, I see some people, yes, some code, a little code. Yep, okay, good. So, I have Python for 2 years, HTML for a month. Okay, that's a good start. I've used Java, Daniel, yep, good. In high school, that's good. Use Turning, good tool. So, Charles, 3 years, Java, a bit of code in high school. Okay, so there's a little mix of everything here, you know, some with some knowledge of coding, some with Java, some with C#, some with JavaScript, some with HTML. An interesting mix, but this course does not assume that you know how to code. So if you know a little bit how to code, you're gonna have a head start with the course, but if you don't know, that's fine. This course here is for you. If you are just getting started or if you have started already and you know a little bit, but again, you want to solidify your knowledge, okay? Very good, love participation. By the way, another point about participation is that I'll be showing my camera all the time. So that's how I work, that's how I teach. However, I always ask my students, whoever has a webcam and whoever is comfortable with that, that you open your webcam for me to see you as well. Because as an instructor, I feed off of seeing your feedback, you know? And if I just have text-based feedback, it's very limiting, okay? So if I can get the students that are okay with that, if you can share your webcam, I would really appreciate that. It helps me to focus, it helps me to interact, to get your reactions, even if it's just a handful of people. But if you are comfortable with that, if you have a webcam, please share your webcam with me so I can see you. You can see me, no question about that. But again, I would love to be able to see all of you. At least, if not all of you, but some of you. So again, I would invite you, to encourage you to share, you know, and have your cameras up. Okay, thank you, Virat, thank you, Trevor, thanks so much. Eric, awesome, thanks so much. Again, that helps me quite a lot. Josh, awesome, thank you so much. Honey, you cannot hear. Honey, check your audio levels or maybe refresh or maybe close and open again, because I think that everybody at this point can hear me. So it might be something isolated to you in your setup there. So again, maybe disconnect or maybe check your audio levels. It might be just too low, so you cannot hear me. But again, if it's just with you, so it should be a problem on your computer there, on your end. Maybe a setting, you know. Okay, so already talking a lot here. This first class is a class for getting to know each other. Okay? You'll get to know about me, I'll get to know about you. Is anyone in the class having another class with me as well? Anyone? Trevor, how come? How come are you on both of them? What's going on? If you want to open your mic, Trevor, I mean, feel free. Otherwise, that's fine. Look at that! Somebody else out there has a very nice setup there. You know, camera wise, microphone wise. Come on, Travis, tell me.
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I have you for web application development as well.
Yeah, that's because Trevor. I mean, just a side note here. I don't want to take too much time, but that course there is a third semester. So okay.
I've taken some programming courses in the past, and I don't have to be taking this one, but I would like to just to refresh everything.
So here's the thing, everyone. Now you just got a monitor, you know, someone to help us with the course. Trevor is there as my sidekick. He will be helping with this class because he knows a lot about coding already. You just outed yourself, Trevor. So now you're in hot water.
I take back everything I said.
Okay, that's okay. Anyway, so Trevor, this will be a repeat for you. Actually, this will be an entire repeat for you. Aside from the curriculum that you're gonna be discussing, but the other stuff, the jokes are the same. Everything else is the same, you know. So again, don't spoil to everybody else, no. Anyway, as I was saying, today is really a very light day. There's no coding, there's nothing like that today. It's just about getting to know each other. Not only that, but you're gonna get to know what's the course outline, how it looks like, what are the assignments, what are the expectations, what, you know, the grading scheme that we're gonna be using throughout the course, okay? Again, you're gonna be filling out 2 surveys that I'm gonna be asking, one in the beginning, another one towards the end of our class today. So, as I said, this is for us to get comfortable with each other. This is a very, very good introductory course. The hope is that you leave this course here after 13 weeks, knowing the basic elements of coding, so you are ready to attack any more advanced concepts, any more advanced programming language that you come across in the future during the course, in your career as well, okay? Great. So, by the way, I'll always be checking Zoom, so here and there I'll be looking on the side, so I have one monitor with what I'm presenting in front of me, another monitor here with additional content, and the Zoom chat as well. So I'll keep looking at one, another one. I don't check emails when I'm in class. I don't check Slack when I'm in class either. It's just too many windows, too many screens to take care of. So I'd rather focus on the main presentation and focus on our chat so we can have a look and we can see if anyone is asking any questions, okay? Great. So talking about introductions, let me introduce myself. I'm gonna take about 5 to 10 minutes just to talk about myself. It's not my favorite subject, but hey, you need to get to know a little bit about who is this guy talking to you here. So, as I said, Trevor, don't spoil. Very important, the name. First of all, the name. Very picky with my name. I like my name. I know it's strange, but I like it. Okay? So there is no N. If you write me an email and you call me Anderson, I'm gonna keep you in the back of my mind. Okay? As coders, what is it that we have to have attention? Attention to what? Except you, Trevor. Attention to what? What is it? Attention to details. Yes, Marcus. Attention to details. Okay? So, we know that in coding, some of you know, some of you may not know that yet, but you're gonna know. An extra letter in your code will break your code. An extra letter in my name will break you with me. No, I'm joking. But I'm just saying that this is to bring to your attention that attention to details is one of the key elements of being a coder. there's a stats that says that 80% of a coder's time is spent, guess what, doing what? Anyone? 80% of a coder's time, of a developer's time, programmer's time, is spent doing what? Who can tell me? A wide guess. Just try to guess. 80% is doing debugging. It's a
debugging, planning, fixing.
Debugging and fixing, yes. Troubleshooting, yes. Trying to fix problems in your own code. So that's why I keep saying that attention to details is so important, is so essential. And now that you are in the beginnings of that journey, it's a great mindset to start to acquire, to start to internalize, okay? Mindset, you don't say, oh, today I have this new mindset. No, you acquire a mindset as you progress in your career, in your education, and I want to start planting the seeds of attention to details. As a coder, you need to have attention to details. If you don't want to be a coder, if this is just a course that, you know, is pushed to you because you want to do something else and you need this course as a background, that's fine. But again, if you want to become a coder, you need to have attention to details. And talking about that, again, lots of youngsters here. I guess that almost nobody here would watch CNN. I don't watch CNN, but I know this guy. Come on. Who's that guy there? Who's that guy? Yes. That guy is Anderson Cooper. He is Anderson. That's correct for him, but not me. No. How about this guy? Who likes cult movies? You know, very, you know, it's an old movie for most of you, but to me it's just an awesome movie. Mr. Anderson, yes, Mr. Anderson from The Matrix. They are Andersons, but I'm not, okay? You can check the website. If you send me an email with Anderson, don't come to me saying, oh, it was, what is that? The most common excuse is the autocorrect. Oh yes, I love the autocorrect. Autocorrect. No, guess what? Sometimes via messaging, even my brother calls me Anderson because yes, it autocorrected. I guess that at this point in time, after a few years, you know, together, he knows, that there's no N in my name. Anyway, because of that, I really try hard to get to know your names. One strategy that I use to not misspell people's name is I copy and paste. If you send me an email and your name might be a little bit unusual, I'm gonna copy your name the way you spell it out. I'm gonna paste and there you go. You know? So if you misspell your name, too bad. I'm gonna misspell it back to you. But that's it. That's a little bit about me. Just a little bit. There's more actually. Moving a little bit more towards the professional part, I'm in the industry since 1995. I had my bachelor's degree in computer science back in 1999. I've started my business here in Canada in 2007. I work from home since 2007. Can you believe that? I work, 13 years from home. I've been working from home. So work from home is not new to me. I'm very native to work from home. Teaching online, I've been doing since 2010. There's a site that I have a lot, and when I say a lot, I mean over 500 videos, video tutorials in a particular technology, but over 500. Again, 10 years, 500, divide that up, so 10 years, 50 videos a year, it's not that much, Break it down by month, you have about 4-5 a month, 1 a week. That's more or less how the math that goes on. So teaching online since 2010, teaching at Centennial, initially face-to-face, back in 2018, and I really liked the face-to-face interaction. Not possible anymore, that's fine. I have your faces here, I have you live here. My teaching online in 2010, from 2010 to now, has been asynchronous. I put content out there, people buy the content, people buy the training, and they take the course on their own. There's no live interaction with me. I like the live interaction. Whether it's face-to-face, what we used to have in class, or this way that we are doing together right now. Let's see here, a few comments here. Got it. Okay, perfect. So those are the two websites. They are still up and running. I still run a business called DeskPaul. We provide technical support there. I work with a few more people there. Then in here is where I have over 500 training tutorials on this particular technology here called DNN. Don't worry about that. It's nothing that you need to worry about. Now, I also have contents online, teaching online via Udemy. Just recently, about 2 months ago, I launched a machine learning course. At some point, I'll get a free link that I'll send to every one of you to sign up to the course, you know. It's a course that does not require you to code. You're gonna learn. Actually, here's the well, I'm boosting my own course there, you know. But that's a good thing with this course. You don't have to code to get to know and get to learn machine learning. You can use a Microsoft tool called Azure ML Studio to create machine learning models without writing one single line of code. That's what this course is about, this one here. I'll send a link at some point in the future, okay? Originally from Brazil, I came to Canada in 2002. This is the family. We live close to Centennial College, you know, to the Centennial campus in Ajax, Ontario. My wife is a kindergarten teacher. She's an ECE, early childhood educator. My two daughters started today to go to school. So today, guess what I did? I drive them around. I dropped both of them at school. I picked them up and I'm here right now. So again, just driving around. Today I was really a driver. I like tennis, but I love podcasting. I love communicating. I love talking to people, getting to know people. And that's why I have a podcast. I have a podcast under solocoder.com. It's at about close to 60 episodes. Every single week I release a new episode where I have conversations with coders, developers, programmers that are doing something interesting in the industry. I bring industry voices so you get to know what's happening out there. I don't want to bring to class just my experience. Yes, I have 20 years, but I only have access to my own experience. When I bring people, when I bring people to the podcast, I talk to them about how they got started with their careers, turning points, so that you can get from each and every episode, there is something that you get out of them. I get out of them. I have 20 years and I personally benefit from each one of those conversations. You that are starting your careers, you benefit way more than me. When I talk to my guests, I try to see if I were starting my career, what would I like to know about this person? And that's what I do. So every week I interview someone in the industry. Some people, you may know their names, you know. If you have someone in the industry that you admire, that you like, that you see he or she, whenever he or she talks about something, let me know. I'll be curious to know if you admire someone in the industry. And I was able to get a hold of quite a few interesting people along the, through those first 50 episodes. And again, every week there's one there. Tomorrow I'll be interviewing someone. Thursday, another person. Okay, so again, podcasting is big for me, as you can see. Now, to make it clear, this is not the only t-shirt that I have, okay? So you're gonna see me wearing the same one every single week, but this is not the only one, okay? I keep my hygiene well under control, let's put it this way. What else? Yes, I think that's about it here. Yes. So, talking about teaching a little bit here. Again, this slide used to be way more relevant when you were doing class, physically present together. But I believe on learning how to learn. I believe that in this industry, this is not news, this is actually cliche. Technology moves so fast. What we will be studying today most likely is not what you're going to be working with in 2-3 years. Who knows what you're going to be working in 2-3 years? What college and this course in particular will get you ready is it's going to give you the foundation from a coding perspective that you will be able to use to whatever platform you will come in the future to work with. You're going to be able to bring this to whatever you want in the future, whatever the market pushes you towards. So we need to start developing as well this ability to keep learning. I'm 44 years old. I'm about to turn 44. 6 months ago, actually 8 months ago, I didn't know anything about machine learning. Anything. 8 months ago, nothing. Back in December, zero on machine learning. I said, you know what? I'm going to learn machine learning. I'm going to put a course together. I did that. I'm not a superhero. Not at all, not at all. I just developed over time I would say the desire to learn, the desire to keep learning. And that's what, if you want to stay relevant in this profession, you need to develop as well. The desire to keep learning, the willingness to keep learning until you get tired and you move on. You won't get tired, okay? But again, I want to instigate that on each one of you. The desire to keep learning. How can you keep learning in this so fast-paced industry that we are part of, okay? Flipped classroom here. It's all about coming to class, knowing a little bit already about what's going to be discussed in that class. I'll try to instigate that here. Let's see how it goes. But active learning, the way I apply that is that instead of me being the one here blasting out for 2 straight hours, throwing content at you, right, center, left, I'll be here guiding you. We're going to be doing exercise together. We're going to be discussing topics together. I will not be one single voice here, except today, because today I'll be talking a lot. I'm going to talk a little bit, but I'll be talking a lot because I will be explaining the rules of our game for the semester, the rules of our course. But aside from this, from today, from next class on, it will be way more interactive. You're going to be hands-on. You're going to be practicing active learning. It's not me here just blasting you information. It's us building knowledge together as a team. Okay? Okay. I'm going to pause for a second, see if anyone has any questions. I mean, any general questions? Anything comes to mind? You can ask verbally. You can ask in the chat. I'll leave it up to you. Anything comes to mind? If no, that's fine. That's fine as well. Awesome. Okay, so what else? Now, I spoke for what? For about 20 minutes so far. It's your turn now. This is the first survey that I'm going to be asking you to fill out. It's a background survey. Sorry, not a background. It's about yourself, things that will be relevant for me to know about you. Now you know a lot about me. It's my turn to know a little bit about yourselves as well. And I'm going to invite you to go to this link. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste in the chat. Here's the link in the chat. It's comp100. So HTTP, here it is. This is the first tool that we're going to be using. It's a tool called Padlet. Padlet is a board tool that I keep open during the class. It works well for us to exchange things. I can always exchange here on the chat as well, but this is a more, I would say, interactive place to share things, to share discussions, okay? So I can just click on plus. You can do that as well. And the good thing with this tool is that you can ask me a question anonymously. In the chat, if you use Zoom, I will know who's asking what. Even if you send me a private note, it's private, but I know your name. If you want to ask me any questions that you don't know me, you don't know you don't want me to know who is asking, you can ask anonymously here with Padlet. So keep this link saved in your bookmarks. I'm going to share the survey link. So survey 1. Sorry, of course this is wrong. This is the same thing that I just did. Let me get the link here. 1 second. Okay, here goes. Let me just check if this is the correct one. Yes. Okay, perfect. So here is the link to the survey. I'll put it there as well. You don't need to make an account. No, Padlet, you don't have to make an account. The link that I gave to you, you just go straight there. No need to create an account. The form survey that I sent to you, no need to create an account. This is a Google form. And I just want to briefly explain that to you. I'm asking what kind of computer do you have there? I just want to be ready and know, okay, do you have a Mac or a Windows? Because usually Macs are a little bit trickier when it comes to working with Visual Studio and some, but not so much actually, not so much anymore. Anyway, I just want to get to know a little bit about yourself, Mac or Windows or something else. Where are you located? Why am I asking you that? Because we have people, students all over the globe that are not necessarily here in Toronto, in Canada. So I want to understand where you are in the globe so that I can set up my office hours to be able to accommodate as many people as possible. So depending on where you are, the other day we had someone in the class that it was midnight for him. Where he was in the class was, I don't know, 10:30 here or a little bit later. It was 12:30. Anyway, I want to get to know where you are located so I can accommodate your time zone a little bit better. Australasia is Australia, New Zealand, that area there, the corner of the map, you know, lower right-hand corner. Then I'm asking for a student ID, your eCentennial email, the name, your name on the eCentennial records, your nickname if you want me to call you by a nickname. By the way, if you have a nickname, you may want to use Zoom with your nickname so I can call you appropriately, okay? Pronouns, you can, this is optional as well. You may, in my case, you refer to me as him, he, his. Let me know what's yours if you are okay with that. How can I make the class more comfortable for you? If you want to tell me about yourself a little bit, as I told you about myself. And also, I want to know who's going to become coders here, who has the intention to become a developer, a programmer, a coder. Call all of those bundle the same thing, okay? That bundle the same thing. So let me know. Let me know if you are inclined to go coding as a career or if you are doing this just because you have to do it. No concerns, no problems if you are doing this just because you have to do it, okay? I just want to know so I know what to expect from you and yeah, just to set expectations here. Let me know if you have any questions for me. I'm going to review this most likely tomorrow, so I will get back to you. This is not shared with anyone. I will be the only one seeing, looking at this, okay? So feel free to share what you want to share there. I went through the questions. I'm going to give you 5 minutes here just so you can fill us out and we'll get back and we'll move on, okay? So 5 minutes. If you have any questions, I'll hang around here. I'll keep the lines open. Okay. while you work on the riddle, let's keep moving. Lots of people have already submitted the answers. If you have not finished yet, that's fine. Keep the link. You can always submit, you know, at some point today. But think for the answers. By the way, the webcam. Again, someone mentioned that don't make the webcam mandatory. No, it's not mandatory. I just ask that whoever is comfortable with webcam, open it up. If you're not, that's fine. That's all good. Okay, but again, I'm glad that I can see many of your faces there. Great. So what's next? Let's have a look here. So thank you for the surveys. We're gonna do another one before the end of the class today. But now, look, one of the reasons why we have synchronous classes and we have classes is that you are also able, one of the benefits is that you are able to, let me shed some light into it, so that you are able to connect with other people, to network with your peers, your colleagues, to make long-lasting friendships. You know, so I want to get this going and get it started today as well. I will be asking you to do something that most students hate doing, but that's fine. We do things that we hate as well, or don't like, we don't feel comfortable with. But let's introduce ourselves to each other. Now, how are we gonna do this? Not openly like this, but we're gonna do in pairs. I'm gonna randomly use the breakout rooms feature of Zoom, and randomly you're gonna be assigned to somebody else, and you're gonna talk with that person for 6-7 minutes, and I will encourage you to just use the icebreaker of, hi, my name is Ederson Oliveira, and what is interesting about me is that I like to podcast. And then start from there. Think about something that is interesting. Think about something that might be different about yourself. Every one of us has something unique. I don't know, I'm a gamer, I like this game or that game or whatever it is. If you want to start a conversation like that, it's a good icebreaker. If not, go on your own, start your own way. If you want to share your webcam, you can within the two people. If you want to open your mic, you can. Actually, you should at least open your mic so you can hear, you can speak and the other person can hear your voice. Again, voice, text conversation is okay. Voice conversation is very good, and voice with video is even better. If no video, that's fine, but at least voice will be great so you can connect with the other person, okay? You can connect a little bit better, no? Introverts, yes. Let me tell you this, yes, I am an introvert. I am. There's a difference between being introvert and shy. I'm not shy, but I'm an introvert because I would rather... Introverts is about really being well alone, and I'm very good at being alone, I don't need people around, even though I love people around, but again, I need a break from having too many people around. Actually, let me tell you one thing. This class is the biggest one that I ever taught, either online or face-to-face. Huge class. We have 40 people, 39 because it's counting with me. So again, this is a big crowd here. Anyway, let me stop talking because I also have the tendency of rambling on and on and on and on. So I'm gonna cut this short. Again, I'm gonna give you 5-6 minutes to do that. I'll break out the rooms. Even if you are done talking, stay in the room, because then I will bring all of you back in the same group. If you leave the room too early, I'm gonna think that you may have a technical problem. I might put you back in the group again. So stay in the group until you see the timer that the groups will be closing, and then you can come back, and it will come back automatically, okay? If you need any help, there's a button to call me to the room. If there's a technical problem that you may need my help there. But again, get to know your partner, your new friends there, Okay, any questions about that? Anything here? Let me see the chat. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna use the feature of Zoom of breakouts. We are 39 people. I'm gonna make, let's say 20. No, not 20. Let's say 19. No, not 19. So 2, 3 people. Yeah. So we may have some rooms with 3 people. Yes. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna create the rooms, and in 5 minutes you're gonna be back. 5, 6, 7 minutes. Okay, perfect. So I think that everyone should be back now. I hope that you were able, aside from some technical difficulties, sometimes people get kicked out, but tell me, I mean, did it work well? I always want to know if the breakout rooms work as well as I think, you know? So I get it. Sorry about that, Marcus. But it shows a timer, you know, but again, I think it's too short, maybe 5, 6 minutes, so I may need to extend that. Yeah, I get it. Sometimes bandwidth doesn't help, sometimes voice doesn't help. I get it. Okay, but again, we do the best we can with the technology that we have, with the time that we have as well. Awesome, Muskan. I'm glad that you liked the experience there. Okay, so every class, we're gonna have classes on Tuesdays. After our first 50 minutes of class, we're gonna have a 5 minutes break. Before the break, I'm gonna ask you to, I'm gonna take attendance. I'll talk about attendance in a second, but I'm gonna take, when I call your name, just say hi in the chat. By the way, the videos, thank you for sharing. I don't see everyone at once because the screen doesn't scroll automatically. So sometimes I don't know who's there, who's not. So as I call your name, just say hi, I'm here in the chat, so I know that you are there and I can put your attendance, okay? So I'm gonna get this started here. So Erin, Atif, and Andre. Erin, Atif, and Andre. Again, just say hi, I'm here in the chat, please, the Zoom chat. Okay. Ben, Cameron, and Charles. Atif is there, okay. Cameron is there. Charles as well. And Ben. Again, Vikas, just hold on. I'm just going in order of first name here, okay? So Chen Jiang, Cheng Lu, and Shitrakish. Chen, are you Chen Jane or Chen Lu? Oh, Chen Yang is there. Okay, so I guess both of you are there. Shitrak is there. Daniel Darshan and Dixwan. Daniel Darshan and Dixwan. Okay. Emily, Emmanuel, and Eric. Emily is there. Eric is there. Emmanuel. Okay. Grant, Harry, and Honey Mo. Grant's there. And Harry and Honey Mo. Icon, James, and Jay Shanth. Okay. James is there, and Icon. Okay. Okay. Jocelyn, Joseph, and Josh. Joseph is there. Jocelyn is there. And Josh as well. Okay, Justin, Kyleth, and Manjinder. Justin, Kyleth, and Manjinder. Monty, I don't know if you are one of the three that I mentioned, but again, you have to tell me. Monty, okay, Monty, but who are you, Monty? I mean, are you Justin? Are you Caleb? Or are you Manjinder? I don't know. I called those three names now. Okay, Monty, so we didn't get to yours yet. Hold on. I'm gonna try yours in a second. Okay, Marcus, Min, and now I have Monty. Okay. Marcus there. Yep, Min. Muskan, I saw you before. Nathan, Nicholas, Fair, and Nicholas Karzap. Nathan is there. Any one of the Nicks? Nick, are you Nicholas Fair or Nicholas Karzap? Karzap. Which one? Karzap, okay. Nicholas Fair is there. Omer, Payhan, and Richard. Richard is there. Payhan and Omer. Payhan. Omar. Ashley, okay. Ashley, I don't know where you are, but let's see. Runyu, Trevor, and Vikas. Vikas, I saw you. Trevor, you were there. And Runyu, nope. Virat Kumar. Yasin, I saw you. Virat Kumar. Virat, yes. Okay. Iwei, Yuzuk, and Zara. Yuzin, I put yours. Zara, yeah, you were there. And Yuzuk, nope. Muskan, I put yours. Yuzuk is there. Okay, perfect. Sorry. Okay, great. Again, I'll talk about attendance in a second. Let's go. Daniel, let's see here. I think I saw your name there. Yes, you're there. Caleb, I called yours, but that's fine. You may have missed there, or I may have mispronounced your name. Ben, okay. Everyone, let's do this. Let's go for a 5 minutes break. Once you get back, we get moving forward here. We have to talk about assignments and things like that, okay? 5 minutes, and we'll be back for more. Again, get some water, get a break of my annoying talking here. Okay, 5 minutes. Okay, everyone. So let's get back here. We have another hour here. Sorry, another 50 minutes, and we have a lot to commit. Let's talk about class commitments here. This is what I usually call the rules of engagement. Think about this course as a game. These are the rules of the game, okay? So let's see here. First one, respect with each other. I mean, you're gonna figure out very quickly here that we have people all over the globe here. Not necessarily physically all over the globe, because I saw the results and it looks like we have 2 people from Asia, but the rest of you are mostly in North America, which I'm assuming, you know, somewhere in a time zone close to Toronto time zone. But again, respect different opinions, respect different perspectives. We can disagree with each other, but we can disagree in a friendly way. You can resolve disagreements. We can, again, as long as we keep respect, we'll be fine. Okay, so respect above all. Let's talk about business. Let's talk about shop here. Let's talk about grades. I know you don't care about grades. I know, I get it. You are here for the learning. Yes, I know. But we cannot deny the importance of quizzes, of assignments, of graded stuff, you know. So we have quite a lot of stuff here in this course. But usually there are 7 quizzes. Those are quizzes with 4 questions, 5 questions, up to 10 questions. Again, it doesn't take even a lot of time to do them. So we have 7 quizzes. the spread, the total is 10% of your grades will be worth out of 7 quizzes, okay? Quizzes from 4 to 10 questions, multiple choice. They'll take about 10 to 20 minutes to get done. And it will be spread throughout the semester, okay? What else we have here? We're gonna have 6 assignments. Small assignments, you're gonna be delivering codes. Those are all hands-on assignments. Quizzes are multiple choice. Assignments, they are hands-on assignments. You're gonna be delivering pieces of code. Any piece of code that I ask you to deliver, you're gonna put together a little recording of up to 5 minutes explaining what you put together. Up to 5 minutes, it can be 1 minute. If you are done with 30 seconds, it can be 30 seconds, that's fine. You don't need to record your face. You have, however, to record the screen and record your voice explaining what you have done, okay? So again, each assignment, you upload the code to Centennial, you upload the up to 5 minutes video explainer. You may ask, where am I gonna find a software to do recording? Well, I'm gonna provide you with 3 options, 3 free options. If you go to our course shell on Centennial, I'm just gonna try to find it here. Okay. Okay. So if you go to content on Centennial and then scroll to links. Under links, at the bottom you can see free screen recording software. Usually they were gonna record, you're gonna be able to record your voice via your mic and the screen. They all do that, okay? So they are free options, again, freeware here. This one, the second one, records up to 5 minutes, but after that you have to do another recording. As I'm already here, I might as well just show you a few things. Under links here in content, you're gonna find all different links for this course, including our permanent Zoom link. This link here is for all our Zoom classes. At the same time, every week on Tuesdays, what is the time? Tuesdays, 2:30, Toronto time, we're gonna have this meeting here of 2 hours. That's, for now, that's our only synchronous time that we're gonna have on a weekly basis. I'm gonna post, after I have a look at the results in terms of time zones, I'm gonna post some office hours as well that I will be available to you if you want to come to ask questions, to talk to me about content, about anything you want. I'll be available in a certain time slot and open to receive any one of you. But again, I'll publish that a little bit later this week. Yes, you can use OBS, Grant. OBS is another recording software. Again, it doesn't matter what you use. If you want to pick up your phone, where's mine? And just record your screen like this, you can. Again, it's really up to you to record the way you feel more comfortable with. So Zoom link, Nearpod is another tool that we're going to be using. Here is our Padlet link, Solo Coder the podcast, Spotify playlist. This is a list of songs that I think they're good for when you are studying. But again, you may have a different opinion there. You may want to listen to something else. This is just a suggestion. This is the YouTube channel that are gonna be posting the recordings. However, the recordings of the class are also available usually the same day here under videos. If you go to videos, section 5 is our section. You're gonna see every week I'm gonna post right here in this playlist our recordings. So week 2, you're gonna have 2 recordings here. And you can just click on the week that you want to review and you can watch it. If you missed class, that's fine. You can always rewatch what we have discussed about here in the video, okay? Links again. There is the Slack invitation. If you have not confirmed the invitation that I sent to all of you via email, you can click on this link. You can sign up for our Slack channel. Why am I using Slack? because Slack is a good way to exchange files. Sometimes students want to send me files, want to send me code. If you zip code and upload and try to send via email, Centennial email will block that. It's not gonna work. Don't send me codes via attachment. Send me codes via Slack. If you want to communicate with me via Slack, you can, but make sure that you put @Ederson Oliveira there, because then I will receive an email as well with that communication, okay? That's about it. If by any chance there's a link that I'm missing, just let me know and I'll add to our links area. Again, videos, we're gonna see the video recordings here. So you don't necessarily have to subscribe to the YouTube channel. You're gonna receive the links, the videos right here in this playlist. Okay, any questions? Let's see here. Okay. So yes, so Video Explainer, you know where to get the video recordings, the software. Tests, we're gonna have 3 tests so that we don't put too much emphasis in any one particular test. If you don't do well in one, you still have to recoup the problem, you know. So again, test 1, 2, 3. They are all hands-on tests, not theory. Hands-on. You're gonna be doing some coding again. Also, record up to 5 minutes Video Explainer explaining what you did on each one of those tests, okay? They will be spread throughout the semester. Test 1 is at the very end, and then test 3 at the very end, and then test 1 and 2 spread throughout. I can jolt, yes, up to 5 minutes. You don't need more than 5 minutes to explain. I mean, I'm not asking for your life story, okay? I'm just asking for you to explain a little bit your code there, not life story, okay? Okay, talking about life story, yes, there is another. Yeah, this slide here is just, no, we don't have tests formally, so I'm all about understanding what you're doing, not memorizing. I'm not gonna ask you to memorize anything. You don't need to memorize anything. You have Google there. You can Google stuff. You know, I Google stuff all the time. First time that I came across mean, I said, what the hell is... Oh, sorry, wrong class. Mean is not with you. See, Trevor? I'm getting confused, Trevor. I think it's you, Trevor. No? Mean is a stack that works with JavaScript. So it's another course. Not yours yet, but you're going to get there. And you know what? It's a scary course. Don't tell Trevor about that, but it's a tough course. Anyway, you're gonna leave this course here understanding what you're doing, not just memorizing. Okay. Here's the thing. We have to talk about this. I don't like this topic. I really don't. I'm hoping that I don't have this kind of conversation with any one of you. Nope. I hope so. Here's the thing. Throughout the course, if you are having any difficulties, bring your difficulties to me. I'm here to help you. It's not you against me. It's us working together to build your knowledge, your experience, your coding, skills. So if you are finding this course hard, if you are having difficulties understanding, delivering your assignments, delivering what needs to be delivered, come to me. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation. Let's have a dialogue. I'll help you. I'm flexible. I will help you. Now, what I will not help you, and again, I will not be discussing this a lot, but I'm going to take a few minutes for that, is if I catch you copying somebody else's work. Okay? I know when it's a copy. Unfortunately, I know, because I've been doing this for bloody 20 years. And hopefully you will not receive, the 0 grade from me with a note that says your code is the same as another student. When I say that, and if you hear that, it's because I know. If I have second thoughts of, is it really the same, or is this a suspicion of mine? If it's just a suspicion, I let it go. So if you receive this note, it's because you know that you copied somebody else's work. Now, here's the thing. It doesn't matter if you're the one copying or if you were the one providing the code, both people, both students will get zeros. Sometimes I get emails saying, oh, but the code is mine, I did the code. I'm not saying that you did not do the code. I'm just saying that your code is the same as the other person. That's it. Plain and simple. I don't care who copied from whom. Both are in the wrong. Okay? Now, do I personally care about copying? I don't. I really don't. But Centennial cares about that. So I have to follow the guidelines of our college. Okay? That's why I'm not gonna be there trying to check, oh, is it really the same as that one? No. But sometimes you open a piece of code, you open another piece of code and you say, oh, wait a second, I think that I saw this piece of code before. And then you start to look closely, oh, here it is. Actually, not only my eyes will catch that, but I have a piece of software that I run all your projects there. And it tells me which one is the same as the other person. So again, I'm not trying to scare you, to be honest. If you don't copy, great, don't do it. I mean, now I can tell you this, if you feel tempted to copy, maybe there's a problem there, you're not understanding the content, come to me. Before you copy, come to me. I can work things out with you before you do anything wrong. However, afterwards, after the damage is done, I'm not flexible at that point. I cannot be, because you already took the decision. I'm here, I'm open, I'm being upfront with you, and I'm being willing to work with you through your difficulties. I'm here, again, I'm very flexible, but if you are honest with me, if you come forwards, but afterwards, I can tell you this, it's too late, okay? Not a topic that I like to cover too much, but here are some of the, what I heard in the past, I left my computer open and someone got my files. Or I added to GitHub and someone got my files. Don't add to GitHub. You don't need to add to GitHub in this course. Or add to GitHub, but in a private repository. Okay? The private repo. Oh, a student from a different section gave me the... It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's a student from a different section, a student from the past, a student from the future. If it's the same, it's the same, okay? Justin is asking, what happens if two people end up doing the same code without copying? Justin, it is, let me tell you a secret. It's pretty much impossible. Because there are so many nuances. And I'm telling you, I will never accuse anyone of copying if I'm not 100% sure. If the assignment is too easy, that is just a line of code, of course everybody will have the same line of code. And the assignments are not that hard, but let me tell you, there are very, very specific clues that people that are copying, they leave behind. And I can tell you this as well. I have not been working Centennial for a long time, 2 years now, but I can tell you this. Everyone that I told that it's the copy, nobody has ever gone to the course coordinator or to the chair or to the dean to say that I did wrong with them. Nobody has ever done that, because I only mark zeros and tell that someone is the same as the other person if I know for sure. So again, if there's something very simple that is the same, I'll not even care about that. But again, I know plenty of clues that are hanging around that tells me that there was a copy there. So I'm just gonna close with this. If you are giving your files to somebody else, you are risking yourself. You are risking your grades. You are risking your GPA. Don't come to me and say, oh, please, 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 I don't want my GPA to drop. You should have thought about that before providing your code to somebody else. Okay? Again, I don't want to sound harsh. I just want to be clear. As I told you, those are the rules of the game before we start playing this game. Okay? Good thing is that this game, I'm on your side. Okay? Okay. Again, before I wrap this up, the first lines of code that I want you to learn. Not that hard, but those are the first ones. If you cheat, you don't get a bonus. There is a bonus, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. But to be honest, beyond that, you don't get to have me as a reference to you. People in the past, they have cheated in my class. They have asked later, once they were graduated, if I could be a reference for them. And I denied that because the person provided his test to somebody else. And I will keep your name in the back of my head, you know. I'll not forget that. Because, to be quite honest, it kills me to give a 0 to someone that I saw that did a good job there, but because of a bad decision, decided to give the code to somebody else. It kills me. So I will keep the names in my head, in the back of my mind, in my blacklist. Okay? Great. Done with the bad stuff. I'm done with that. So let's move on here. Summary. Summary here. 6 assignments, 20%, 7 quizzes, 10%, 3 tests, 70%, a total of 100, and there's a bonus. A bonus that is due before the end of the week. Trevor, you can do the same bonus for both of them. You can just upload the same thing. You know, that's all good. That's all good. So the bonus is simple. Very simple. Well, midterm, Jocelyn, you can think about... If you want to think about test 2 to be the midterm, it may not be exactly on week 7, but test 1 and 2, they will be spread, you know, I would say after, and I have the dates already, I just don't know on top of my head right now, but I would say that test 1 may come within the around 3rd week, and then test 1 3rd or 4th week, 4th maybe, and test 2 might be week 8 or 9, and then test 3 will be the very last one. I'll bring, I think that's only Centennial, the dates are already there, but yes, there's no official midterm. The test will be spread into 3 tests. It's not just midterm and final, we have test 1, 2, and 3, so that you can, you know, we can spread the weight of tests in 3 tests instead of having only 2. Does that, I don't know if that helps, Jocelyn, but okay. Okay. So bonus, what is the bonus? Okay, so I'm gonna bring up once again Centennial here. If you go to communication, discussions, your 3% bonus will be a personal video from yourself, so you can introduce yourself to the rest of the class. Okay, you can do via webcam, you can do with your cell phone, up to 5 minutes. We don't want your whole life history, but check the highlights. You know, what are the highlights of my life, what I would like to share with the group, what I think it's important about me to share within the class. This will not only be visible to me, but to the rest of the class as well. So this is your bonus, so far your only bonus, which is worth 3% of your final grade. You go to personal video, and then you click on, when you record, you're gonna click on start a new thread, and from here you can post your video. So again, don't post your videos on somebody else's threads, okay? Open your own threads, post your own video, so I can come in and I can put your grade there. There's no right or wrong video, okay? As long as you put a video there from yourself, you're gonna get your 3% bonus. But again, start a new thread. Don't add your video to an existing thread of somebody else, because otherwise I cannot grade that automatically via eCentennial. You have until the end of the week, this Friday, midnight, to submit your video there. Again, this is a bonus. If you don't want to do, you don't have to do. But again, it's optional. It's a bonus. It's a plus. It's on top of your grades. Okay. Great. What else? So I hope this is clear. Okay, let's have a look at the course outline. On eCentennial, back again here, under Content. In the bonus video, Muskan, you're gonna introduce yourself. Think about this. If we were in class and I asked, Muskan, can you introduce yourself to the class? Think about what you'd say. Oh, I'm Muskan, I'm enrolled in the course so-and-so, and this is, again, you just introduce yourself. How would you introduce yourself if I would be in class and I would ask you to stand up and introduce yourself to the rest of the class? That's really it, okay? I hope this makes sense. Okay, so course, you're gonna go to course outline, and then course outline and schedule. Let me see here, yep. Course outline and schedule. And then you can click on course outline. Okay, I'm not gonna read line by line here. I'm gonna focus on the main points. First of all, the book. This is the book, okay? This is the one, Visual Studio 2017. The version of Visual Studio right now is 2019, but this is a great book. This is still a very, very relevant book that you're gonna be using for Programming 1 and Programming 2 as well. Ederson, do I need the book? Not necessarily. You don't have to have the book. If you have the book, it's a plus. You can make good use of it. If you are, no, there might be ways that you can find the book on the web. No. So again, if you are good with Google, if you know what to put on Google, you might be able to get to it as well. But that's as far as I'm gonna tell. Okay. But again, good book. It's the course is based mostly on this book. Very good one, and you're gonna be using it for Programming 1 and Programming 2 as well. Okay. What else here? Okay, you're gonna see the tests here, the same wage that I have just discussed. Look, it shows the week here. Okay, so Jocelyn, you will find the weeks here. I try to stick very closely to what it says right here, but here's a note. The course outline may still say week 14, okay? So we don't have week 14. This course does not have 14 weeks. It's a 13-week course. What used to be called the engagement week, which was a week off, no longer exists. So the course got collapsed in 13 weeks, okay? So even the content, it may say 14, but yeah. So it says 14. This last week here, we will not be touching classes and objects. This topic here is a topic for Programming 2, okay? So classes and objects, we're not gonna get to that. I will tell you this, because again, we don't have 14 weeks. So don't consider this last one. Again, 13 weeks. So let's have a look around here. First 2 weeks, you're gonna start with programming concepts. You're gonna learn about something called IPO. I'm not talking about initial public offering. I'm not talking about stock market here. I'm talking about, anyone knows what is IPO? What is this IPO here? Anyone wild guess there? A riddle? A riddle? What is IPO? IPO for introduction to coding. It's about
then process and output.
Yes, input. We give some information, we process that information, and we provide an output. That's the basic, 3 steps of any coding. You get something, you do something with that, and you produce something else. So we're gonna start week 1 and 2 with that. One thing that you need to understand about this new course, this new model, because actually none of you have done Centennial before. Of course, this is the first semester. So before, we used to have 4 hours straight every single week. Now we only have 2 synchronous. I will not be the one preaching every single piece of content here. This is an online course that has a synchronous component, asynchronous. Right now, we are synchronous components, but you dictate the pace. You have to study week by week the content that is there. Don't expect me to be the one delivering the entire contents, regurgitating back to you the entire contents. It's not like that, okay? I'll be focusing our sessions together on exercises, on practices, on answering your questions, but you will be the ones going through the week by week contents. Go from top to bottom through everything that is available there and do the exercise. Then you can bring your questions to the class. I may select a little topic here to further explain to you. But again, this is a self-paced course. You will be pacing this. Now, it's a self-pacing, but we have deliverables established within different weeks. So again, I will not be the one here in front of you just regurgitating the entire content back to you. No. You're gonna be self-driven. They're self-driving the acquisition of the knowledge there. I'll be here as a guide for you, but I'll not be here regurgitating everything back to you. I hope that makes sense. Again, this is different from what you are used to in a more traditional environment. In a high school environment, you are used to the sage in the stage to tell you everything. No. This is different. So the quicker you get used to this, the better you're gonna be doing with this course. Okay? Any questions about this? Again, I want to drive the point here to every one of you. Any questions about what I just mentioned? Okay, so we'll be covering initial concepts here on week 1 and 2. You're gonna be reading about those on week 1, and at the end of every week on Saturday, the next week will be opening for you to go through the week as well. Okay? Then we're gonna be talking about how to use data, different data types, strings, numbers, integers, decimals. We're gonna be looking about all of them, how to do math within coding as well. We're gonna be talking about constants, about booleans, true and false, characters, strings, all different types of data. Then around week 5, week 6, we're gonna be talking about decision making using ifs, switch statements to conditional statements, okay? And then week 7 and 8, we're gonna be talking about looping. How can you loop through, let's say you have an array. We're gonna be talking about those kinds of things. How you can loop through a collection of information. How you can make a loop. A loop is a piece of code that runs again and again and again until a certain condition is met. So you can exit there. We're gonna be talking about arrays. I just mentioned arrays is a collection of information. Let's say the collection of students. We have the student name, student date of birth, all of that. So we're talking about arrays. Array is a collection of information, okay? Then we're gonna be talking about methods, a lot about methods here. That's the last stretch here. Method is also called a function. A method is something that you say, okay, I'll give an example. Here's a very simple method. Given the student was born, given the date of birth is, I don't know, October 23rd, 2020, how old is the student right now? I can give the date, and the method or function can give me back the student's age. That's a method. I give something to the method does some calculation, it returns back a result. That's what a method is. And we're gonna be drilling down into those as we go along here. And that's the course. Easy peasy. Hopefully this course will give you, again, the foundation to move your career into coding. Okay, As I said, I'm not going to go line by line here. You can, by all means, you can do that on your own. But this is what I wanted to show you about the course outline. Again, content is our base camp. Everything that you're gonna have to go through, it's under content. Week 1 is already open. You can go through it. You can read it through. You can do the exercises. Okay, there is an assignment already here. Okay. Look at this. There's already an assignment here. It seems so. Again, start taking care of that. Okay? Then week 2 is hidden until next week. And it goes on and on like that. Okay? Again, any questions, please let me know. As I said, today I'll be doing a lot of talking, but next week it's going to be different. It's going to be different. Attendance is not mandatory. However, I take attendance just because I want to see who's in and who didn't come. If you come to me, let's say, if someone comes to me 5 weeks later and tells me, Ederson, I don't understand anything that you are doing here, and I never heard from you, you were never in class, you never sent me an email, I'm going to say, okay, that's why you never sent me anything. You never told me that you were having difficulties. You never came to class. So attendance for me is just that. It's not going to impact in your grade. It's not going to impact on anything else. I just take attendance for my own personal control. If you have work commitments, something else, that's fine. You can watch the recording, okay? But if you are able to come to class, come to class. I want to have people in class. Vicus. So, can we start doing assignments and exercise from today? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Okay? You can start that. Whatever is open already for you, it's available for you to get started. Now, don't jump, of course, to the exercise before you get the initial readings done. Okay? Also, I want to point out one more thing. Go through on week 1 on the overview of week 1, make sure that you download and install Visual Studio. This guide here is a PDF that's going to show you how to download Visual Studio. Now, this guide is using the example of Microsoft projects. You open this guide, just replace, instead of looking for Microsoft project, I'm looking for Visual Studio 2019. So again, follow the steps. As a Centennial College student, you have access to download the Enterprise Edition of Visual Studio 2019. Okay? You have access to that. Again, just follow those steps. And when it comes to search, don't search for project here. Search for Visual Studio 2019. We can download Visual Studio in Chromebook. I don't think so. For this course here, you need either a Mac or a Windows. Okay? Visual Studio will not work, as far as I understand, in a Chromebook. No. Okay? Yes. UA, yes. Just search for Visual Studio, more precisely, Enterprise 2019, okay? Okay, so what else? So attendance is optional, but highly desired. Assignments, 20% off per day for up to 3 days. After 3 days, not accepted anymore. However, if you have a problem, let me know. I can be flexible here. I can be flexible with assignments. I'm not so flexible with tests because we don't have too many of them. But if you are having a problem, let me know. Don't come later afterwards telling that you had a problem. Come ahead of time, ahead of the deadline, and tell me, oh, I'm having a problem, Ederson. Can I get, I don't know, an extra day for some reason? But tell me why you need an extra day, okay? Justify that. I'll always be coming, unless I'm dying sick in one of those red, white cars, but I'll come to class. However, if you come to our time and I'm not here by any chance, check your email. Check your email, because if I'm not here, I will be communicating with you what is happening via email. So if I'm not in, check your email. Justin, do we download Visual Studio Code or Community? Actually, none of those. If you follow those instructions, just download Visual Studio Enterprise Edition. Download the Enterprise Edition. I think that Community can work, but I'll be demonstrating things using Visual Studio Enterprise Edition, so download the same one. You have access to it, so why not? Our Basecamp is Centennial. Any important information will be shared always on Centennial. The other tools that we use, they are additional tools that no content will be posted in those tools and not posted on Centennial. Centennial is our main Basecamp. Communications will be done there. Assignments will be uploaded there. Everything will be driven there. We can use those other tools as additional tools, but whatever is essential for the course will be done via Centennial. Okay? I've shown you a little bit about Padlet. So Padlet we use for this interaction here and there within the class. Nearpod, you may or may not be using that. I'll try to use it, but it's a tool that I use for informal quizzes. Let's say we just discussed a topic here, so I'm gonna give you 4 questions so you can recap what we have just discussed. We may or may not use that. I was using that when we were in a little bit more formal setup, but in this fully online environment, we may or may not use. I'm not sure. YouTube, you can subscribe to the channel, then you're gonna get notified via email as well. But remember, all our videos will be available under eCentennial Contents Videos. They will be all available there when, of course, I'm done with the class. Podcast, up to you. You can subscribe, you can sign up. I would recommend you to check them out. I think all of them will bring something interesting, something new, a new nuance, a new piece of information that, hey, this will help me in my career. Every single person I talk there, I always get something interesting about a different angle about their career, and you're gonna be able to make use of those. Okay, so sign up, subscribe. Every week on Tuesdays, 6 a.m. you're gonna have a new episode coming live. I just did a bunch of interviews with a bunch of women in tech. You're gonna see that there's a bunch of women in the podcast right now. Okay? A little challenge here. I don't know, Trevor, if I mentioned that in our class. I mentioned that in one, but not. Throughout the semester, I want you to have a look at this t-shirt. I have 2 types of t-shirts. And I want to see who pays attention to and tell me what is the difference between one and the other one. If you come and tell me that at any point in time within the semester, you're gonna be in my very bright list, okay? So again, attention to details. Let me know what is the difference between this one and the other ones that I have. Slack. I'm gonna be using Slack for, as I mentioned before, to do some communication. I mean, you can see that there are lots of conversations going on there already. It's a very interactive tool. The industry uses that quite a lot, so why not use the tool that is being used in the industry? There's another tool that gets used quite a lot, which is called Discord. Very similar to Slack. Again, I just use to Slack. So let's use that to talk. If you want to ask me a question via Slack, you can. But again, put @Ederson Oliveira there so that I can get an email with your question there. Otherwise, I don't get emails, so I may miss that communication, okay? Zoom, yes, we are using Zoom. The link is always the same, so save the link at this time, at 2:30 afternoon, Tuesdays, it's our meeting time. Save the link, it's always the same link. I will not be reminding you about the class. It's your job to put this in your calendar so you don't miss the class, okay? 5 minutes break as we had today. You know that after 50 minutes, we're gonna have 5 minutes break on every single class. We have 1 meeting a week, and I'm gonna post at some point this week the office hours that we can talk as well. You can have me available. I'm gonna mention this one more time. If you have problems with assignment delays or anything like that, come to me, share with me, and we will sort it out. I'm open to discuss anything and to help you out, okay? Anything that I may have missed, I mean, anything comes to mind for any one of you? I think I covered pretty much everything. If you have anything, you can let me know. Recordings, yes, I'll be recording the class. I mentioned that already. However, that's not the reason why this will happen. Nobody shows up. Please, come. I need the warmth of you, you know. I cannot talk to an empty class, okay? So come to the class, even though it's optional, but it's welcome. This is how you can get in touch with me. You have my mail. I mailed you already a few times. I answered within 1 business day, but to be quite honest, usually I do way faster than that. I answer way faster than that. Email is usually the best way to get a hold of me. Yes, we have plenty of other channels, but again, the most certain one is via email. We can always talk face to face in an online environment like this. We can make an appointment. We can talk again via Zoom, but book with me. Send me an email saying that you want to talk, and either during my office hours or outside my office hours, we can always book something there, okay? Pretty much done here. I mentioned that we have one last survey to get done, but I just want to wrap things up with this saying of this code that says change is the end result of all true learning. And I hope that by the end of this course, you're gonna have some true learning that you're gonna be able to use for the next courses and for your future as a potential coder. Okay, I'm going to share the last link here, the last survey. The survey is about your knowledge on just to gauge. I asked a little bit about that beginning of the class, but I'm gonna ask this again in a more formal way. You don't have to identify yourself. Here is the link. Link goes to everyone there. Here is the form. Here it is on Padlet Survey 2. And just to rank yourself with regards to coding. What's your level of experience? No experience, minimum experience, some, good, very good experience. What about C#? Have you ever heard of it? Have you used it? What do you know about it? So just 2 questions. I just want you to get to know what you know and what you don't know about, but from every one of you. Again, this is anonymous. I don't know who answered what. Just 2 questions. Have a quick look at that, and that's it for me for the day. Take the rest of the time right now, but well, you can answer this in 2 seconds, so not a lot here. I'm gonna stick around for another 10-15 minutes around here. If you want to ask me any questions, if you have any concerns, anything there that you want, I'm here. Just open your mic right there on our chats, but I'm here for a few more minutes in case you have any questions about anything that we have discussed, okay? As I told you, I was gonna be talking a lot today, but not from next class on. Thanks so much for being here, and again, you know the time every week.
Sir, I had a question. Can you show us again how to like show where you're posting like the lessons and like what to read and what work we have to do?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
No problem. So again, the main place that you're gonna see week by week what needs to be done is under your course shell. If you go to content is where the entire content of this course will become available. It's not all available at once. It's gonna become available week by week. Right now, if I were in your shoes, I would go through course orientation, course outline, schedule, and evaluation. I would have a look at the links. I would have a look. Well, videos. There's no video published yet because we are in the middle of the class, so this video is not there yet. But then week number 1, you're gonna go through week number 1, go top to bottom here. Start from overview, go through overview, go through definition of computer programming, go through exercise 1, exercise 2, go through the graded assignments, and quiz here. Well, I don't think that this is available yet to you. Let me see this.
Quiz is available.
It is available?
Yes. The assignment is not though.
The assignment is not visible. Yeah, I can see that it's not. Let me check one thing here. Let me check here. Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay, so the quiz is available already for this week. Let me see here. Let me just check the assignment here.
Hello?
Yes?
Oh, just to make sure, like, there's nothing really to do this week right now, except, I guess, that video if you want to do it.
Yeah, the video, yes, which is optional. And I'm just checking here based on the question there. The quiz, let me see one thing here.
Quiz. I think I'm...
Yeah, there is actually, you know what? Just keep in mind one thing, you know, the quiz, you can take the quiz as many times as you want, okay? So the quiz is a very light quiz, okay? Don't worry too much about the quiz.
Where do I access that?
What is that?
Where do I access that quiz?
That's what I'm just checking here, the access details for that quiz. So give me 1 second there. And I'm just... Yes, by the way, game, yes, use C#, it's Unity. Unity, is that 3D? I'm not into the gaming program, but I think there is a platform called Unity, which uses C# as the programming language. Let me see here, week 1.
I think I'm seeing a quiz list. It looks like I can't really access them.
Can you try again to see if you can view the quiz?
Okay, yeah, it says I can start the quiz.
You can?
Yeah.
Okay, and also the assignment is there is an assignment there which is due next week, and I'm gonna just make sure that it's open for you to access. So let me just make sure of that here. So today is the 14th or 15th, so 25th. So the due date is 25th at 11:30. Okay, and you should now be able to see as well the assignments. So quiz. Let me see if there is a deadline here for the quiz.
I think it says unlimited, so
yeah, unlimited number of takes, but I'm not sure if. Let me see one thing here. Okay. Okay, yeah. So quiz. Let's see. Quiz, make sure that you get it done, but there's no set time frame for that. Assignment 1 is due by the end of next week, and it's based on what you're going to be reading about on week number 1, on this week, okay? So for this week, get the contents read, practice the exercise, get going with the assignments, and then what we can do is next week in our class, we can talk about the assignment as well. I can address your questions about the assignments, and that could be part of what we're going to be doing next week. But again, assignment 1 is due the end of next week, which is
Friday or like Tuesday?
Friday, the end of next week, for Friday the 25th.
Okay. When something's due on a certain day, will it always be due at like 11:59 at night on that day?
Well, I'm putting 11:30 because it's just the option that the latest option that comes in the drop down.
Oh, okay.
So 11:30 is the one. You're gonna see that there. If you go to the assignment, and you should be able to see that. Let me just double check this. Look at this. See, you're gonna see the due date.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Is this gonna be? We're gonna be using one specific program for this.
One specific program. Yes, we're gonna be using Visual Studio
for everything, right?
Visual Studio is our platform.
Okay.
Okay.
So I have a question about Visual Studio.
Sorry, just 1 second. I see a lot of points here. Now I don't know if there are any questions in the chat. I'm just checking the chat here quickly. So, okay, how to install Visual Studio? Cameron, download download the installation by following the guidelines here on Centennial, as I mentioned. And then double click. If you double click the installation, it's gonna go through the wizard. There's not much that can go wrong if you just use pretty much the default options there in the wizard, okay? I'm answering to Cameron here. Let's see, I have a question about Visual Studio. Okay. What can we do in Visual? Okay, so Visual Studio is the tool that you're gonna be doing our code in our console application code, okay? So go through the first week, the content there, and you're gonna find details about that, okay?
When I was downloading, like I have the installation up right now, it asks me what the workload is, and if I select all of them, it's about like 40 gigabytes. Should I just check off everything?
40 gigabytes. Did you check any additional package there, or this is the default standard that you have selected?
Yeah, I selected all of them. and then like it just came out to 40 gigabytes.
Yeah, I mean, again, I can even give it a shot here. See if I can go through the. Okay, someone send me a private message. I'll check the private message in a second, but let me see if I can get to this, to the installation here.
It's saying Visual Studio Core Editor, then it's like ASP.NET and web development, then there's like Linux development with C++.
Okay, so no need for web development. So actually, let me show that to everyone so everyone can see how that goes. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna go through that with everyone. So download Visual Studio. Okay. So I'm gonna sign in. So again, this is the process you're gonna be using to get to download Visual Studio. So I'm just doing that now. Well, let me see here. It's trying to validate me. So it may ask for, I don't know, for a phone validation. That's what asked me from my side here. Well, I'm gonna check to receive a call here. Let's see. It's trying to validate me. So I'm getting a call to validate. Okay, so I was just verifying something here about Azure that asked me for verification. Then I'm gonna go to software, I assume, and then I'm gonna search for Visual Studio. Actually, it's right here. Let me see. Okay, here it is. So I can click download. And thanks for downloading Visual Studio. It's gonna get started. Now, I'm just concerned to start installing, but let's see. Let's give this a try. Because I have already installed it. So I don't know what will happen, but let's see.
It gives you the option to save it in a specific drive. So if you choose a different drive, you won't override it here.
Okay. Well, in case I have a different drive to install it, isn't it?
Will this only work on one computer or multiple?
It can work on. It will work on multiple.
Okay, because I have like at least I have a laptop and I also have my own personal computer.
And by the way, when you install, you need to get your key, okay? So you need to click View Key so you can get your own unique key to activate Visual Studio, okay? So each one of you, when you log into this environment, you have your own key here that you have to click to view it, Okay.
Is this going to be C++, C sharp programming?
C sharp. It's C sharp, but not C++. Okay?
For a second, I thought I took this course years ago. I was like getting a small sense of deja vu.
Okay. No problem. Okay, so look at this. Again, it's telling me that I already have it. So I really don't want to try this out, to be quite honest, because it may mess. Well, it's not gonna mess because it's just telling me that it's gonna update. So I don't have the option to select. But to be quite honest, keep to the minimum, because what is required is very minimal. Don't select the entire loads, because it comes with too much unnecessary for you at this point in time in your course. Okay? Keep it to the minimum, because what you're going to be using is you're going to be using something called console application. So this is the type of project that you're going to be. This is the one. Okay? So I'm just going to load Visual Studio here, and I'm just going to briefly demonstrate that to you. So again, we're going to be practicing our coding concepts by using a console application. Console application is the one that you can run from the command line of Windows. I'm getting some internet problems here in my side, so I'm not sure if you can all still hear me well. All good? Okay, Josh, thank you. Visual Studio is loading my environment, so it's taking a little bit of time here. So that's why I'm not sharing it with you yet. Okay.
Should I just leave everything alone in terms of the workload? Because I'm looking at.
Okay, so here's the thing. If you have 40 gig available there, that's fine. But again, you don't need to install the entire load, because you're going to be installing just a lot of tools that you're not going to be using. But again, I'll leave it up to you.
Is there anything that I should check though?
Keep. You mentioned something about core, wasn't it? Was it right, core?
Yeah. There's like if you're in gaming, then there's like game development with Unity. I think that might be cool because it's C# with Visual Basics, the Unity Hub, and Visual Studio tools for Unity. I think that'd be a good one to go with. And then later on, it might just be good to have it, C++ game development. So that's under gaming. There's actually a tab that says gaming on it.
I mean, I'll just check those two, I guess. Do you think there's anything else?
I mean, if you're doing HTML, then I would go with the one of the I saw it earlier, web development. That wouldn't be a bad idea either.
Still though, none of these are really necessary for this specifically, right?
Yeah, beyond that, you're good.
Okay, then.
Yeah, the Unity course, you need the Unity one, because when you open up scripts in Unity, it will open in a Visual Studio.
Okay, that should be helpful.
Yeah. Joseph, if you want to share your screen, because again, I'm trying to get to the same screen that you are having, but you can share your screen so we can see it, and I can tell you a little bit more of which options you could select. That again, some people have already told you that you may want to keep Unity, but again, if you want to share yours, I can give access.
Host disabled participant screen
That's
sharing.
okay. That's okay. I can do that. So let me take care of that. I'm gonna stop sharing, and then I'm gonna allow you to share yours. Yep, you can go ahead. You should have access to be able to share. Got it. Okay. Yeah, that's the one that I was trying to get to. So, okay. Intelli. Okay. Can you scroll up? Actually, on the right hand side, on installation details, go a little bit up to Visual Studio Core Editor. Go. Actually, you know what? Leave it like that. So the one that you need to check for sure is the .NET one. See, desktop and mobile. That one, that's for sure. That's the main one. The other ones, I'll leave it up to you. But that is the one that you're gonna need to do console-based applications, and yeah, that's the one. Okay, perfect.
That's fine.
Yeah, so great. So let me see if what else here? What else we have there?
All right, bye, sir. I gotta go to work now.
No problem, no problem. Again, I was not trying to hold anyone
Yeah, no problem.
there
no
now.
problem.
Okay, so go ahead. I was just trying to clarify some things, some of the questions
thank
here.
You, thank you.
No problem. Have a good one, everyone. The one that sent me a private note, I'm reading that right now. So if you want to stick around, I'll leave it up to you, or we can follow up via email. You know what I'm talking about? Let's see here. Again, everyone, thanks so much. I'll see you all next week, and you're gonna hear from me during the week with my office hours. Thank you. Have a good one.
Have a good night.
You too.
Bye, thank you.